Hello everyone. The Canadian government said the Canadian-American border was closed to non-essential travel. I saw a news story showing non-essential travel is coming into Canada. CTV News reported a few American tourists have been visiting Banff, Alberta during the COVID-19 pandemic. One of these instances was posted on Facebook last week. The Facebook post said a family from Texas was eating at one of the restaurants in Banff. The post claimed the visitors said they told Canadian border security agents they were heading to Alaska. Saying they were going to Alaska was enough to let them in. These tourists were able to wander around Banff wearing no masks, not social distancing, and not doing a 14-day quarantine. The post said there was another group of tourists from Washington who used the same loophole. I feel the Canadian government should minimize the amount of tourists coming into Canada, as it could be risky. The Canadian-American border needs to remain closed to non-essential travel until the number of infections and deaths declines more. Allowing in non-essential travel could lead to COVID-19 spreading more. The Canadian Border Services Agency told CTV News healthy non-symptomatic foreign nationals can drive through Canada to Alaska. I think the CBSA should declare most travel to Alaska as non-essential. People should be allowed to go if they own property. The CBSA should ask people wanting to go for evidence they own property. I believe a document showing they own property in Alaska would be sufficient. People who do not have evidence they own property in Alaska would be turned back. This measure would ensure people stay safe. People would be able to worry less about catching COVID-19. People who own property in Alaska and want to travel through Canada should have to stop at certain checkpoints. These checkpoints should have COVID-19 screenings, bedrooms, and food. These checkpoints would enable travelers to avoid spreading COVID-19. People might think I'm being callous for wanting minimal American tourists to come into Canada, but I'm being practical. COVID-19 spread because of travel to high-risk areas. The United States of America is a high-risk area right now. There are about 1.4 million COVID-19 cases in the USA as of when I recorded this video. Allowing American tourists in could inhibit the progress Canada has made. I'm concerned the healthcare system in Banff could be overwhelmed if American tourists are let in. The Banff Mineral Springs Acute Care Center has 22 beds. Banff Mineral Springs might be unprepared if there's a COVID-19 outbreak. The tourists who are sneaking in are being careless. These tourists do not recognize they could contribute to a second wave of COVID-19 in Canada. They are welcome to come to Canada when the COVID-19 pandemic is over. Those are my thoughts. Feel free to agree or disagree. I hope you will like, subscribe, share, and contribute to my Patreon. Thank you. Bye for now.